Hello, I'm making, it's my turn this week to make the coffee campaign that is day 18, and I just suddenly thought I'll turn on the camera, because it might be interesting, some of you guys might want to see what's going on. We've already started on the briefing sheet, so I'll show you what we've got. We've decided, or I've decided, today's mission is going to be all about supporting the push from day 17, which was the Athena, the bold push. So we've got me and Onslaught are looking at this at the moment. We've got Hammer, Buick 2. There's 2 Buicks. I'll make the other one Halo, wasn't it?
Oops, my mistake.
I'll make the second one Halo. So we've got 4 strike flights. Hornet, Harrier, Vig, and Frogfoot. It's going to be guided weapons are going to be needed, but we don't need. I'm going to make the weather quite okay, so we won't need Fleur. But we will need optical guidance at least. And then we've got up to 4 cap flights to defend, which are going to be Eagle, Tomcat, Hornet, Mirage. Reds are going to be flankers as usual, so we'll leave that. Overview, haven't done any work on that yet. So nav, all we've done is decide the weather. I'm going to put some winds of up to about 20 knots on gust, just to make sure that it forces everyone to use guided weapons. Intel, so far what we've got is naval fleets are out of action. They are bugged in DCS at the moment on this map, so suck it up. Air threat is unchanged. TFA have taken Cobuletti, so Athena have taken Cobuletti in a daring raid, and Red Armour is going to move in and take them, so we've got to support that. Our NOTAMs are Cobuletti is reinforced by 2 times platoon special forces, spelled wrong, Spesh forces. I was just thinking about yesterday. So there's a total standing at Cobuletti now of Athena, which is our armour group, including 1 times SA-18 Igla. It's SA-18, SA-19 is Tunguska, isn't it? Yeah. And 2 times platoon special forces plus 2 infantry fighting vehicles, which we had there in armour. And that's going to be overrun by about 30 fucking T-90s that I'm going to put in. The targets are just keeping it simple mission because it's mine and my brain is very small. Armour, Oscar, Mike. Northwest of Batumi with the threats of cap fighters and SAMs, and we've just got to take that out. We may reinforce that with some SAMs, some short-range SAMs. Actually, thinking about it, Onslaught. I might put some Tunguskas in there with them because that would be more realistic. Coffee campaign.
You can, yeah, Tunguskas. Or if you want to make it a bit easier, maybe the ZUs instead.
ZU Roger. Difficult being God. You never quite know what to put in. Yeah, maybe it's some ZUs. Maybe they've been caught. Batumi's been caught with the pants down, and they don't have any guided, AAA for Oscar Mike. So okay, so I'm going to change that to cap fighters, SAMs, and I don't know how they managed to get on different lines here. UG AAA. So I've got cap fighters, unguided AAA, and SAMs are the static SAMs. Okay. So I'll go and with UG AAA. It's a bit 1960s, but I think it'll keep us away. Not that we should be anywhere near them anyway, because it's going to be all Mavericks and rifles. Or we could do technically laser guided bombs, but no one would be crazy enough to go and do that. We've also got low supply fleet is low priority target, and it's now not a priority target. The ship's bugged at the moment, so they're just currently out of action. AWACS, Reds are now in this phase of coffee, which is phase 1. AWACS, Reds are now reliant on AWACS, so that is a valid target we can still take down, and it will literally cut their EWR off for the human Reds. Threat picture, haven't started on that yet. Expected aircraft type, same as last time. Blue ground forces are more or less the same. We had a couple of losses, but they've moved up to the Zagdidi River, which will do that. And inventories, we're down to 14 Hornets, 17 Eagles, Signori. Hornets are pretty much my fault as well. I've been shot down twice now in coffee on Hornets due to bad driving. That's that. Tasking. Onslaught's been working on. So we've got Hammer and Buick are both going to be for the Convoy, aren't they? So Convoy, spelled wrong. Convoy. Convoy. And the cap is going to protect Hammer and Buick. Okay, that's fine. Flights, no work. Target images, haven't done any work yet. Airfield data. Right, so that's that. Next is jump into DCS and start moving some units about, I think. So let me get that done.
I think it's actually been at least 4 to 5 months since we actually did a fast strike mission.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This won't really be a fast strike mission because it's kind of standoff. They're going to be. We need to secure the AO completely, so that those guys can work. They need a good 10 to 15 minutes to kill that convoy. Right, I'm in the for the video that I'm recording now, just so you're aware, the coffee campaign covers all this area now, but we're split into 3 phases: phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, just to keep the amount of work that has to be done by the computers down. And you can see we're pushing. Right, so roleplay. We did the mission. We did it successfully. It was a bit ugly, but day 16. But we've pushed back to Zagdidi now. So I want to get rid of the artillery. No, I have done that already. So all we've got is the SAM sites in play. So for roleplay, what I'm going to do is move up the ground units to Zagdidi, just for visuals and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is and the blue ground units are pretty much untouched. So I'm moving up our front line. Here. I'm going to keep our Reapers in as well because they're cool, valid targets for the Reds, I think.
The JTAC?
The JTACs, yeah. It gives us an extra thing to protect and worry about, and I think it's just quite cool.
Yeah, they're kind of expendable, to be honest. So
it's the way I personally, it's not really up to me per se, the way I want to DCS coffee campaign to work now is so we've moved blues up to Zagdidi River, okay, and that's kind of a hard front. We're going to keep that a bit like the 59th parallel or whatever parallel it was in Korea. And we're there. We're going to kind of reinforce that and hold off there, and we're going to start working from the inside out, like a tapeworm or something, which is going to be Cobuletti, and we can start eating away from Cobuletti. That's the way I'd like it to go. If you're looking at home and thinking all the coffee campaign is pre-planned, it's not. It literally is based on the results that we get during the mission. So that's what I hope, but we'll have to see. Also, if you're looking at home, the fleets are currently out of action. The blue fleet is out of action. It's bugged, and even if I delete the units and put them back in, they're bugged. We can't control them. We don't know what's gone wrong. So to make it fair, we've also taken the red fleet out as well. We're just leaving it there, but we're making it hold fire until we get a solution to that. And that's actually how day 17 worked. It allowed Athena to get in here and take Cobuletti, which is interesting stuff. Right, stop talking, start placing. So I'm just going to spread the blue armed forces over the Zagdidi front. Hopefully we don't get anything weird happen, like they start shooting the hostile SAMs or something. And if you're thinking there was a distinct lack of red ground units, that's because we haven't put them in yet. We put them in on a mission basis, the red ground units. Obviously, red ground units would have, thousands of ground units around here, but we can't obviously simulate all of them at once because it would be silly. So we only put them in on a mission basis, depending on what the mission is, whether they're relevant at all in any way, like the last mission. See, those going to see me deleting all these waypoints. Get upset. No, static. Pion. Right, that is blues moved up to a rough front around Zagdidi. They're not going to have any effect in this mission. They're not going to do anything. We're just moving them up. So that's fine. Going to move red Bullseye back to somewhere more relevant, which would be the Zagdidi River. That's all that lot done. Regards our Hawk launchers and stuff. I think they're just going to stay the same, giving protection up to Zagdidi. So I'm going to say they haven't moved. We can operate from Sukumi now, can't we? The only problem is we literally don't have enough spawn points. That's the problem there, I think.
Yeah.
So I think I have to change my mind. I think we're going to have to split between. I mean, it doesn't matter. The bases are so close to each other anyway.
Yeah, they're still kind of close. I
Yeah.
guess you could keep the if you want, you can probably split the cap and strike flights between the two.
Roger. Right, so I put Eagles, 18s, and Tomcats at Guadalajara, and the ground Sukhois, Harriers, and stuff at Sukumi. That's already done for me, so that's good. What the fuck's going on here? Oh, it's our AWACS, and that is a real AWACS. If that gets shot down by red, that's us FUBAR. Can't afford another AWACS. Hope no reds are watching this. Same thing though, we can shoot their red down. Right, so that's blue kind of roughly sorted out there. Next thing is, before I forget, red AWACS is in here somewhere. I can wonder where he is. Red AWACS, red AWACS, red AWACS. This guy's got back to me. He hasn't. Red AWACS, come on monkey, where are you? I can't see it. There we go. What's that? That is a Su-27 Escort. Ah, this is the Escort for the AWACS. So where is the AWACS itself? There it is. Right, so Seethor's got it taken off with Escort. Seethor and his big German brain. Well, I might as well leave it. I don't really want to cock it up so it can take off again. Oh, it's Copiletti though, and that's taken. And the people are going to know that it's taken. Roleplay. Damn your roleplay. Right, so that can't take off because the Athena's got it there. So I need to do something else. I really need to find out where its waypoints are. Oh, there they are. 1, 2... Right. So, what we can do is take it off from Kutaisi instead. So, let's try that. Okay. Kutaisi. Ping. I hope that works. Cool. And waypoint 1, we need to take it away from the AO so we don't get an easy chance to shoot it down because that would be lay unfair. So, we're just going to move it over there. Make sure that's not going to run it into a mountain, which it is. So put it there. Put that there.
Do you want to add some helos at Kutais? I mean Copiletti.
Yeah. Well, for this,
like if there's anyone who is brave enough, even.
Yeah, I just wondering how I'll sell it to the fans, though. How have we managed to get heli? I mean,
if you captured the airbase, probably found some like workable.
I'll tell you what. I'll do you a deal. We'll allow it on day 19, but for this one, I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm just not quite. I'm not quite ready for sending helicopters in yet. Next mission, I feel that we could get choppers in. But
Roger.
Literally the only way we could get onto the ground through these SAMs was we were in IFVs that were literally, you probably haven't seen the video, we were going along the water 20 miles, literally drove along the water, and that's how we got under the SAMs. But roleplay, how we get a bunch of KF-50s in there, probably couldn't.
Not KF-50s, but maybe MI8s or something.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I can work with that, and the way I can work with it is because I've just put 2 platoons of special forces down there, so so we could say that they came in by MI8s, and so I've got a couple of MI8s available there. I'll go with that. Right, I've moved C4 stuff to Kutaisi. It probably fucked it up, so I'll have to test that in a bit. And they keep well away from the AO now, kind of a good 40 miles away, but it moved me even further away. Pium, 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 pium. Out man like that, out the way like that. Weirdest waypoints I've ever seen, but I'll probably get him to check that for me. Okay. Shigadugga. I need to know the catchment radius of this airfield. So, what we're going to do is put this airfield as neutral, because it's now contested. And we're going to say that we haven't killed the AAA and the SAMs around Copiletti, because what we did is literally drove onto the runway and took the immediate stuff out. So I'm going to move the SAMs just away to make it a bit more believable that we didn't take them out, just away a mile or so. And oh shit, no! If we have a chopper, as soon as it takes off, it's going to get SAM'd. Because we've still got these SAMs, so we can't really do it unless he can literally fly on the deck. We've got a camera or someone in there. Fuck it, try it. If we can get a one-off guy like camera in, then it's no loss anyway. And he might be able to go in and spot those tanks for us and stuff like that. I don't know. Okay, so I need to put Task Force Athena in now. So we literally finished at this end of the airbase, finished at mission. Oh no, because they're going to engage these ZU-23, so I need to move them further out. Pain in the butt. Okay, so Task Force Athena are going to be here. Going to be blue. Infantry. M1 got round. Hey, was it World War II? Infantry M4. Pew, 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 pew. There was 18 of us. No, 17 in Whistler, and Whistler was an Igler. So Athena are now around here. So if the tanks get in and kill Athena, that's Athena dead. So that gives us an extra bit of impetus to get this done. Okay, now Athena also had 2 IFVs which need simulating. So armor, feck, what were they? There was strikers without the gun turret. What's that called? Striker without the turret. Found it. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's called a Lav 25. That's exactly what we had. 2 times of them. Pew, pew, pew. I could actually make them drive around and take out the Stredders, but I think that would just be a bit too easy. So that's that. And we had Whistler, who was an Iglar. So air defense. He's going to be Russian. He's going to be a SA-18. Igla Mampard. You know the difference between an Igla and an Igla S?
The S, I think, is just the more modernized version of the Igla.
Okay, well, I'm going to go... Okay, we've got 1 times Igla S just sitting right there. Let's see what happens. So, literally, wouldn't it be funny if the Su-27 flew directly over Kobiletti and got shot down by Whistler? I think that would be fucking hilarious. And it would be accurate. Right, so that, I gotta put a save in there. So that's AWACS put out the way. That's Athena put in Kobiletti, and everything's just spaced out a bit to make that a bit more believable. Regards red ground units, the Reds are going to be making a push from Batumi, the nearest ground base, to Kobiletti with 2 times platoons of heavy armour with some AAA QRF response. I was thinking whether or not to put infantry in there as well. I mean, the splash damage from the Mavericks would kill infantry. We wouldn't be able to target them specifically.
You could. It would look better on video. That's for sure.
I need my advisor. He's refusing to answer his emails, which is pissing me off. Right. Okay. So let's go and put deck down. In fact, let's look at the SAM picture quickly. So we've got medium range SAMs from Batumi, which is SA6s. We've got medium to long range, including search radar, SA11 at just north of Kobiletti. So that gives our guys a little area of operation just west of Kobiletti. I mean, they're probably going to get fired on, but it's going to be a skilled job just to thread that needle between those 2 SAMs to go in. So it is doable. And this, if you're watching, this is all legit as well. This is legit original copy stuff. We haven't messed with anything. And the nearest big SAM, we've taken 2 SA6s, SA10s down in the last few missions. The nearest big SA10 is at Kutaisi there, which will only just start affecting us. It's kind of 40 miles away from our guys here. So if we operate in here for our strike, that needle thread there, we should be able to do this in theory. What we're going to need is waypoints or markers telling us where to thread that, otherwise we'll get it wrong. So I can give us that. In fact, that's probably the next thing I should add. So what I'm going to add is a universal marker for everyone, just to help the mission along. It's going to be an oil rig. Oh shit, we've got the oil rigs we didn't blow up. Do you remember where they were? Because we can have a second pop at that. Let's do that.
Yeah? Didn't we take them out?
We didn't take them out. Did we take him out? Fuck, I can't remember. I thought we missed. Or have I got that completely wrong?
Let me go look at the old videos.
I thought we killed them, but that was on the rerun where it didn't matter. If you know what I mean.
Oh right, yeah.
So we
it
haven't
was
killed
during the rerun.
Roger. Right, I'm going to put that in there. So first of all, I'm going to put a gas platform out to sea. It's just going to be a universal visual marker in case people get lost, just to help it along a little bit. And that is going to be PM 66 miles.
Oh, those can be JDAM. So
yeah, we can JDAM that, can't we? Okay. Now we've got our new WEPs. Okay, that is that there. Right, now I can't remember exactly where those oil rigs are. I remember they were 10 miles off the coast. So I'm going to put them in roughly where my memory says they were. I don't think the actual position is going to matter that too much for roleplay. So they're going to be these guys. They're going to be oil rigs. They're going to be red so they don't show up. 10 miles off the coast. And we do need northing and eastings for these. So probably the next thing is to go and get the northing and eastings sorted out for these.
I've got the locations of the oil rigs.
Yeah. Can I have... Stand by. I think that's going to be a massive pain trying to put them in exactly the same place. So I think I'm just going to...
Just put them in a general direction, general area.
Oh, okay, give me 4 digits. So 4 digits north, 4 digits east, and that'll work for me. Go on then for oil rig 1. Read it out.
Right. Okay, the first one is FG9.
FG 9 what?
98.
Fuck me up there. Oh, okay, yep, we can work with that. It's not under SA10 pressure anymore, so FG9 8.
And the second one is GG0.
Say again, last digit.
GG06.
Boom, done. Okay, about 10 miles off the coast. Roger. Right, can I read these coordinates out and you put them in the sheet?
Roger.
How do I get 10 digit? No, how do I get 8 digit?
I think on the bottom bar it should show. If not, you can probably just like...
Yeah, got it. Right. You ready to take this down for oil rig 1?
Give me a minute. Location. Where is the targets? All right.
Northing 42 17 18 43. Easting 41 24 16 18. Do you want to read that back?
Northings 42 17 18 4. Easting 41 21. 41 24 16 18.
Beautiful. Right, let's go and do next oil rig.
Right, this is the northern rig.
Yep. That was a northern rig.
All right.
Right, southern rig. Northing 42 06 2 8 9. I don't know what you do with that single digit in the Hornet, but that's not my problem.
Probably just write 02.
Easting 41 28 28 18. Read back.
Northings 42 06 2 8. Eastings 41 28 28 1.
Beautiful. Okay, that's oil rigs put back in. So we'll put them as a medium priority, maybe?
Yeah, medium priority.
Bonus objective, yeah, Roger.
Threat, I guess it'll be the same as...
Oh, and by the people watching at home, the reason we can get access in here is because this fleet has been disabled, to make it fair, because our fleet has been disabled. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to get in here at all, or anywhere near here. So that's why we're taking this shit on. Okay, right. So that's that done. Next, I've got to put the baddies in, and I think I'm gonna have to make them move at an unrealistically slow speed because, you know, we've got to have a good shot at killing them at the end of the day. And if they move at 70 knots or 50 knots, there's no way we could do this. So we've got to be a bit, you know, we've got to be a game master now. So, there's a road, a lovely road going along the coast. That is going to be perfect for us. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to put them in, and then I'm going to put a trigger, proximity trigger, that spawns them in once we're 20 miles away, something like that. Just to make this achievable. So let's make it, let's say aggressors, armor, T90, only the best. Pew. Let's make it on road, and they will go off road once they're hit. And let's make them go all the way to here, and then to Cobuletti, and if they reach Cobuletti, we lose das mission. And we'll put a percentage to count, like we need to kill a certain amount of them. Like 60% of them, and then say Athena and the platoons have got 80 that will take the rest of them out. Okay, and let's bolt them up. Okay, that's 30 units. And I'm just going to change a couple of them to AAA trucks. Euro. What is it? It's that one there. Fucked that up. Try that again. Euro. Combidar. Euro. Euro. You know, I'm going to put some guide. The internet's going to go crazy if I don't have some guided. I'm going to put some guided in here. I'm going to put a shulker in. A couple of shulkers. I think that's a bit more suitable.
Roger.
Shulker. 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 Right, that's one times per. Now they're going to be going slow, 11 knots. That is very slow, obviously. But we've only got kind of like there to there. We've only got 6 miles to kill them, so I'm good with that. Okay, next I need two. Oh, here's that. Got our military advisor here. Who's on the way? Okay, so that's that. Next, I'm going to have a trigger. Well, I should probably clean up some old triggers here. So, view all trigger zone lists. Oh, there are none. Beautiful. That's rather amazing. I know. I don't know. I never said not to have triggers in Coffee Campaign, but
no, we cleaned up most of the triggers because of legacy issues.
Roger.
You only add them back in if that particular zone is being used. So.
Roger. Okay, so 25 miles from the target. These dudes are going to spawny-wony. And so we're going to have, their name is going to be, it's going to be Red Bat QRF, because that's what they are. They are Red Bat QRF.
Mm-hmm.
Are going to be late activation, and if, oh my god, that's a lot of stuff there, just ignore all of that. If coalition, come on, what is it? Part of coalition, isn't it? Part of coalition is in on the blue coalition, goes in new trigger zone, which is the one I've just put in. Then group activate, what do they call them? Red Batumi QRF will spawn. And I'm going to put a comment like message red QRF armor spotted. Red QRF armor spotted. I better go and check their location. So I'm going to say north of Batumi by 10 miles. That's exactly where it is. So, pew. Red QRF armor spotted north of Bat by 10 nautical miles on coast. And I've got to have a coordinate here. Can you add it to the target list for the QRF starting position? We can't. It's not accurate to bomb on, but just tell us roughly where we are. Let me know when you're ready.
RF.
We've already got the. It should be already in there in the target.
Oh, right. Okay, ready?
Northing 414422. Easting 41449. So they can put a waypoint down there if they want.
This is general location and not exact location.
Yes, just a rough idea within a mile or so where they are. Okay, that's that. So the peeps can add their own waypoint. I'm trying to decide whether to give them waypoints or not. Because the thing is,
I suggest for the vegans, you probably should.
I don't like, because the other thing is the F-15s and stuff can't add their own waypoints, and it's a bit unfair, isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of, it's fine for the cap, I guess. They don't really need the
yeah, it's a good point.
Waypoints anyway.
Roger, it's a good point. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. No, yeah, that's all good. Vegans, yeah, I'll give them a rough waypoint then, just to help them out. I'm just going to say it's going to be roughly around there. Okay.
I suggest 2 waypoints for the vegan.
Yeah.
One out at sea as like.
Yeah, I've done that. That. Right, so that's that. Let's see if our boy's here. No, not yet. Okay, so that is that big convoy. So Cretaceous needs testing to make sure they don't blow themselves up. So we've got to start thinking about a threat picture now of some sort. Let me just check the mission options. Everything looks fine. I've got to turn off the supply fleet because I just don't. It's just extra memory that we don't need to use at the moment. Next, we've got to make sure that the red fleet is indeed disabled. So over here, return fire only. Better put that on, return fire only. Oh, for fuck's sake, why hasn't someone done this already? Return fire, return fire. Return fire. Return fire, so that's not going to mess around with us now. Pretty pucker, mate. So next I'm going to start thinking about a threat picture and an overview picture. So what I'm going to do is save. No, in fact, I'm just going to run the mission now and see what that AWACS and stuff does. Make sure nothing goes kooky. Okay, spectators. Oh, fuck's sake, something's triggered the fucking trigger. What? Oh, it's Task Force Athena. Okay, I can get around that pretty easily. What's the AWACS going to do? And where has its flanker support? Okay. Well, I'm going to let Seethal sort that little gem out. A50 is taken off. Is it going to do something good? I think so. Right, next I can put the threat picture. So if I view detection areas, off, 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 off. That is your threat picture. So I'm going to take a screenie of that. Pew. Okay. Make sure these guys aren't fighting now. Task Force Athena is not fighting. Lovely. Needs to be darker. Take note. Needs to be an hour earlier. None of these guys are fighting. Make sure these guys are all moving okay. Oh, fucking massive problem. The convoy has road is surrounded by trees and we can't get a tally on it. How are we going to defeat that problem? Those Mavericks are all going to miss. I don't have a solution for that at the moment, I'm afraid. I mean, they would use the road at the end of the day. Fucking hell. I mean, that
I think there's a command or something to tell them to not use roads or something.
Oh, you can do that, but they would use the road, though, wouldn't they? It's the problem I've got.
Yeah.
And this place is just saturated by trees, and it's right along that side of the road, which is really going to be annoying for our guys. Ooh, speed up and see. Don't know. Don't have a solution for that at the moment. So all those Mavericks are going to whack into those trees. So the only way around that, you can't even lob them. The only way around that is to get behind into this countryside, which is exactly what I didn't want our guys to do, because they're going to get shot by SAMs. Alright, we'll come back to that little gem. Our AWACS is working. Ah, right. The hostile flankers have spawned and they are working. So the escort is working and the hostile AWACS is working. So, and none of Athena is dying. So that all looks pretty sweet. So we're going to edit that picture next. Now we've got the mission. Check how my boy's getting on. Okay, so that trigger didn't work. So let me try moving that this way like that. Make it a bit smaller. 0 there. Hopefully that will works. Something lower A. So that will give us 30 miles. So it's a bit more than we had, but I think that's going to be okay. Better go test that sheet. Okay, that works, which is nice. Oh, they're fighting each other. Why? That guy's getting shot. That's a Tunguska. We do not want you to get shot, sir. That's so fucking annoying. Any more going to get shot? No, 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 nope. Tunguska. Oh, it happens to be that one. Okay, it's just going to have to die. Put behind some trees. Okay, and Onslaught wanted some drivable helicopters here, so pew pew. MI8, which is going to be client-based. Take off from ground hot, and it's going to have sweet. That's annoying. and I can't arm it up. And I've got no obvious way of arming it up, and I can't make it a blue airport, so go suck a lemon, I guess. Don't think that's going to work.
Gentlemen?
Hello.
Gents?
Yes, hello, I can hear you. Well, I heard you for a minute, but you're gone now. Okay, that's that there. So I've now got to test it with an aeroplane, so pew pew.
Gentlemen, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you now.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Hello.
Boomy. Just going to test this flying a plane into the zone quickly. Okay, Mr. Fish, are we allowed to say what your thing is?
He muted himself again.
I think he's messing around with it. Okay, if I be a coalition, be a blue, flying F-15, pew. Fly into that zone. It works, I think. To slot back spectators. Yep. Okay, the armor do spawn. That's good. Quit. Mission editor. Delete that test bird. What the fuck's it doing? Just don't do that, whatever you're doing. Okay. All is well going.
So is that Cap? Can you hear me now?
Roger. Yeah, we've got you back.
Well, that was an effort.
Yeah, once it's set up, it's set up. It should be okay. You're a bit buzzy, but you can probably fix that another time. What do we call you, Mr. Fish?
You can do. Gareth is my real name.
Gareth Roger. And you're quite local, aren't you? That's quite handy.
Yeah, you said you were you live near Cambridge in one of your videos. That's still the case?
Yeah, I guess Ely, so that's only 15 miles away or something like that. Cool.
Know it very well, sadly.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so we're there at the moment. Yeah, so we're kind of bringing you on as like a, what would you call you, a military advisor?
Yeah, private military contractor.
Right, so that's a useful person to know. So what we're doing at the moment is we're working on day 18 of our coffee campaign. And so, yeah, you've got DCS, haven't you?
Yes.
So the best thing is, I send you this mission file, and you can kind of look at it with us. I suppose send both of you this mission file, and you can see what you think of it. I'll explain it as we go. So I'm just going to exit this quickly. Okay, gentlemen. Did you both get my Ms file? You know what to do with it, don't you? Okay. So call that up in the mission editor, please.
Roger.
So this is the mission as it stands. So what we've got here is if you look at the reds and then you go up to the first sign of the blues up to the north, that is a bunch of blue ground units. We've taken what we call the Zugdidi River, which is that main river that comes from the dam. Now we're not too worried about that. That's just symbolic. That's not really part of the mission per se tomorrow. What we're doing for the mission is, and this is a bit unrealistic, but it is what it is if you find Copiletti, so you go south to Copiletti Airfield, you see we've actually done a mischievous special forces attack on day 17 and taken that. And can you see the blue units there at Copiletti?
Give me a minute. DCS is taking a while.
Roger. I'll just wait.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, at the end of the airfield.
Yeah. So those are special forces. You got a platoon there of special forces. You've got 2 IFVs, and ignore the helicopters for the time being, and an Igla. And we did that in Armour 3. We took that on day 17. And so the idea is that immediately Reds are going to respond with QRF armour and just take that straight back. Okay. And to make it kind of doable, kind of stoppable, we're just pretending it's one armoured unit heading from Batumi, which is south, up to Kobiletti. And you can find that if you go south of Kobiletti, the first Reds you bump into are 30 T90s with radar guided and non-radar guided AAA with them. And that is today's mission, basically, or tomorrow's mission, to stop that convoy. Do you see them?
Yeah, down by the coast.
Yeah, so that's that. Now, at the moment, they're kind of going along the road, which I guess would be realistic. I guess they would use the road if it was there. But they're going to plod along at 11 knots, about 15 miles an hour or something, which is really slow. But if I put them at a realistic speed of 30, 40 miles an hour maybe, we probably wouldn't be able to do the mission, because we've got to catch them in a small pocket between 2 SAM sites. If you see the SA6 and the SA11 SAM sites, got to catch them in that little 5-mile pocket and kill them. And if we make them go fast, they'll get across too fast and we won't be able to catch them. What are your thoughts on that convoy kind of composition?
It's not really textbook. An armoured brigade would be about 90 T90s.
Good lord.
A similar number of IFVs.
Mm-hmm.
A company would be stand by. So if we could quick look now. So you've got either right, so you've got the zoo. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks. The zoo, 1, 2, 3. Another zoo. Yeah, you'd have an IFV for every 4 tanks.
Okay.
So every 4 tanks or 3 tanks, an IFV would have its own anti-air.
Mm-hmm.
So you're almost right on the numbers.
So if I go and put some IFVs in there.
Yeah, the only thing that it struggles with DCS, as I can see, some of the kit's a bit out of date. So they'd carry sort of like the can't think of the word. The wire guided anti-tank stuff.
Yeah, like the ATGM, I think. Yeah, anti-tank guided missiles. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have some sort of BMP chassis with anti-tanks on the roof, going with the anti-tanks.
Okay.
But it's not too bad. Yeah, you'd have 3 or 4 tanks to every IFV, and then you'd have a couple of anti-tanks with them as a company.
So what I'm doing, is I'm adding BMP 3s every few tanks now, because they are IFVs, aren't they? And they've got ATGM.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got a company there. You've got a manoeuvre, a contact company from a battalion heading up. So that's about 1/3 of a battalion.
Roger. Let me just finish adding these in. Whoops, I cocked that up. BMP. Pew. And another one. BMP. Pew. And another one. And another one. BMP. Right, got half a dozen BMPs in there. Okay, so that's that. Like I said, they're going to head along the road. It's going to be unrealistically slow, but it's the only way, to give us a chance of doing the mission. When they get hit, they're just going to spread they won't do it particularly realistically, but you know, it's the limits of DCS at the end of the day. They're just going to spread and wait to get shot pretty much. Now, for you looking at the SAM sites, we're going to look at some SAM sites and how well they're defended in terms of kind of low range units and stuff like that. So if we go northbound, can you see where that first SA11 is? It's going to be grid ref Golf 27. Roger. Yeah, I see it now. It's kind of like on a little peninsula.
Oh, the one overlooking the town?
Yeah, have you got your grid coordinates turned on? Your grids turned on?
Yeah, it's above Patara Potty.
Yeah, that's it there. Yeah, that's it there. So you've got this little peninsula. You've got an SA11 there with a search radar and whatnot. And next door you've got an SA3. If you look just, well, literally within the realms of that, in that peninsula. Which is a bit weird to have an SA3 there, but you know, it works. It's challenging. But I guess the question then would be, we need some short-range units to kind of defend it, because there would be short-range units with a large-range unit, wouldn't there? With a large-range SAM.
Yeah, you'd have like army-level kit, like your S300s, S200s that would deploy with the battalion.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't generally just put a little SAM site in. The SAM site would either be deployed as an army level kind of this is our main objective, so the army will defend it, and they'll deploy headquarters level gear, or you would deploy the stuff that goes with the battalion. So is that just a deployed SAM site?
So that is so that is an SA11 deployed SAM site, and I mean SA11 they're tracked units, so they are mobile, but for the sake of this campaign, we're saying they're just going to stay there. So the tracked units are just going to stay there, basically.
Just another thing is also there was an SA10 site in that area. It was taken out a few missions back.
Killed that now, yeah.
Yeah.
And literally a few hundred feet from it, almost within it, is a static SA3 site. And I'm looking around, and what I see within the vicinity of a mile, we've got Iglas with an Igla com, so that's what SA18, and within a 2 mile range we've got 4 times Strellas SA13 and SA19 Tunguska. So there are actually some low range units. There's Tunguskas and Strellas all around it. This must have been what Coffee did all that time ago. Even an SA8 Osa in there I see now.
Loads of stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, it feels pretty good. Would you rate that kind of the way we spread stuff about there? Does that all look all right?
I'm just measuring, stand by.
Cap, do you want to leave that much AA around Cobuletti?
I kind of do. I mean, it was that wasn't put in there by me. That was original Coffee stuff. And we can do it on a following. I figure we'll do that on the next Armour 3 mission. Would be to take out all those sites. That'd be quite fun for them.
Roger.
And I think that'll be a realistic move. Gonna go
I mean, like going around the airport, taking out all the AAA. All right, Roger.
I'm just gonna make a.
So what is it they're defending? Is it the town or the river?
That I don't know because I didn't make the mission. It's just the area, I guess you would say. It's the area within, 20 miles of any direction. This is they're trying to keep us off this whole 20-mile patch. And the small range units are there purely to protect the bigger ranged SAMs, the SA-11.
But based on the original day one like sites that they had, it's more of protecting the coastline kind of thing.
Roger.
But I think they didn't wanted to put it all the way to the coast because they don't want to mix it in with the town area.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they like put it up there.
I mean, that SA-10 was on the coast, wasn't it? It's deleted now because we killed it, but
Yeah,
it was an SA-10 there a few days ago. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll get the armour guys to take out those AAA sites and those SA-13 Strellas, which are all in armour 3, so we can do that. Good. We've sorted out our convoy. Right. Did you get that threat picture, Onslaught?
stand by.
So it's literally as it is from the game engine. So I'm going to start marking these up now. That's SA-11. That's SA-6. That is that. That is that. That is that. There's the SA-10. That's the SA-10. SA-10 engagement area. So I think those are the only relevant ones. That is that. Put out R1 there. That's the Zugdidi front line. Zugdidi front. Stop it. Line. That is the Hawk launcher. That's Waypoint 1 marker. Gasworks. That's SA.
Or I think we might want to turn off the AI for the
For the what?
Mosva.
Already done it. Put it on return fire only.
Alright.
Oh. SA-6. SA-11. SA-19 plus SA-13. That was times 3. The base there was got to be about 8, I think it was, times ZU 23 plus SA-13. Here there are Convoy, mixed T90 plus Shilka plus BMP times 30. I can put a rough course of direction there. What I say? Okay, so that's that lot marked up. Next, I'm going to have our direction of travel, which is going to be Sukumi and Wadada linked up. Then to Waypoint 1. then attack. Slot between those things. Okay. We're going to have mark up the red AWACS. AWACS plus escort. AWACS plus escort. And QRA. Right. Pretty happy with that. I'm going to send you revised pictures, see what you think. Right, let's see. Where do we leave off? So, overview. I'm going to... Oh, you've already put that in there. Lovely. So I'm going to talk about phase 1. I'm going to talk about day 17. I'm going to talk about what our mission is. Convoy mix T90 Shilka BMP times 30.
Oh yeah, Cap. Realized that the picture you still wrote coffee face on. I think you should change it. Redacted case one or something.
Roger. Okay. Nav. I forgot to put the wind in. I have to go put the wind in. So I've got to change the wind, got to change the light. Intel, we've already done that. So Northern Oil Rig, Southern Oil Rig, what the Northern Eastings. So we've got to change this with guided AAA. Moving armor. AAA. SAMs. There's no wire SAMs in there, so I'm going to get rid of that. Supply fleet, out of action. Threat picture. I'm just going to bung that picture in as threat picture as well.
Yep.
Where do we go? So let me put that there. Delete that there. Cover that up. So it's just phase 1 now. Right, got to remember how to put a picture into insert, imager, overcells, 18. That didn't work, so let's undo that. Image overcells. There we go. Oh, excuse me. Oh dear, what? Lovely.
Bless you.
So it's the threat pitch put in, aircraft. Tasking we've done. Flights, wait for the day. Target images. I suppose I can go do that quickly, so... Yeah, well, there wouldn't really be any... fuck it, I'll just go and do it. Stand by it. What are you up to, Fish?
I've been playing with the map. Some of your units are grouped and some aren't, but not being anywhere near proficient with mission building. I'm just playing. I'm actually more interested in looking at Blue Force and how I'm going to kill them all.
Cool. Cool.
Well, I mean, you guys are pretty good, and you put so much effort in. I wouldn't want to denigrate you for any of that, but I'm just thinking how I would tear you apart.
Roger. Yeah. So what we'll have to do is So, what do we want to come from that then? What do we want to change? What do we want to do with that?
Well, I wouldn't say change. I mean, if this was from scratch, I'm looking at the blue force north of the river.
Yep.
You've got a couple of what you call target areas of interest. So you've got the Shamgona Island with the red bullseye and some bridges.
Yeah, roger.
You've got blue force lined up east to west, which is wrong. They'd be north to south, I mean towards the river, and red would take out 2 of the bridges to the north and south on the river, forcing blue to cross the island.
Roger. Oh yeah, I see that little island. Okay, that's interesting.
Because it would force the armoured vehicles through an urban area, which would slow their move,
Roger.
and then it canalise them, is the technical term, funnel them over that one bridge.
Yeah.
So the east and west, you don't want them going west because it's it's a narrow river.
Yeah.
East is also a single stretch. You want them crossing that double stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So red would take out the bridges north and south, forcing blue to use that island as a killing zone and then take them out.
Interesting. So what would it be, using artillery or a bit of mixture of everything?
Well, the artillery that you'd have in red has got a range of, oh crikey, about 30 kilometres, 40 kilometres.
Roger.
Yeah, 20 kilometres. The wheeled artillery, and the rocket stuff sort of up to about 40 kilometres.
Roger.
So they could sit back quite a while.
Well, in day 20, these guys have actually got to get across that river. Day 20 is essentially going to be the next DCS day. So you need to figure out for me how I'm going to get that blue lot across Zugdidi River, basically. Because we've got to start pushing on and taking, you know, those next hard points.
To reverse it, if it was red crossing and blue were defending that bridge, blue would take out all the bridges north and south first off with air power, leaving blue to then trundle over that bridge, and then they'd probably let them get out of Zugdidi and then attack them, because you wouldn't want to put your own forces into the urban to fight them. You want their forces slowed up, because tanks are useless in the urban area.
Right.
So you want to get them across and then attack them.
Right, okay. So if we're blue and we want to get across there, we want to stay away from the urban. I mean, it's kind of hard to do because it's urban everywhere.
It is, which would be a great place. The other places to cross would be much further south, down near the coast. It'd let the armour speed up. But that's talking about an entirely different set of circumstances. Because what you'd have is it's not quite a battalion, and it's not quite. You've got a couple of individual units and some platoons. So you've got like a company level assault force, which you'd probably triple that. So you'd have 2 companies east and west, and a third in reverse at reserve, or 1 up front, and then 2 behind as a 1-up, as they call it. So they would then come down, and they'd make their own way across, giving 2 fronts to defend, and then a third column to come through to support whichever one has either held the objective. They'd steam through and then probably go through, but they'd want to avoid going through the towns if possible. As armoured, you'd probably send light infantry through, which I think you've got in the blue force. Yeah,
or we can certainly add. Yeah. Okay. So if we go southwest, there's a little bridge down towards the coast. So one company could go across there. Another company could go north of Zugdidi and go across.
Yeah, you could. Just what's the distance? Hang on.
So I'd have a separation of about 20 miles.
Yeah, your maximum separation you want is probably at 15-20 kilometres.
Roger. Okay, work with that.
I'm in feet, I think, for some reason on this.
Yeah, I've got it in nautical miles, so yeah, about 20 clicks would be there to there, so that's all doable. In fact, I've got the bridges, 2 bridges here that are exactly 15 kilometres apart, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, so blue would want to desperately hold those bridges, and red would want to desperately destroy them. So that would force blue to back up and then go to the other one.
Roger, so I could put some red bombers in, which we've got human-driven bombers, and they can decide to take out the bridges. So it'd actually be... Ooh, so day 20 could be blues trying to stop the reds blowing the bridges up. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, so that sounds good. Right, that's something to plot in. So I need to talk to who do you know who's doing day... the next day?
Nope, not yet. One's up for it yet.
Okay, I'll refer them to this. So what we're going to have by the sounds of things is we're going to turn the blues into 2 companies, one about 20 clicks apart from each other, 15 to 20 clicks. Use the bridges I'm marking on my screen here. So one guy goes north, one guy goes south. They go across the bridges, and the reds, their job, push into the main land. For the final push into the this main land, and then reds are going to have SU-25s along with flankers, and they're going to try and bomb those bridges. And the blues, we're going to be actually on the defence for once and trying to stop the bridges being bombed. I think that would be a cool mission to do. It also gives reds, we have to give reds some more players than usual, but that's all fine. Okay, that's good food for thought. That will make something a bit different.
I was just looking. The brigade mech inf is about 150 IFVs. What we're talking about is the tactical manoeuvring group, which is like 3. Well, it's a brigade basically, but broken up for a specific mission.
Roger.
So you'd have the on that picture I sent you. You've got the contact company, manoeuvre company, command company, and then the reserves. So the contact would basically initiate any sort of activity with the enemy, leaving the manoeuvre company then to come stomping in. So what you've got further south, that column on the coast, is kind of neither one nor the other.
Yeah.
That would basically be the contact company of a brigade heading north. So that would be for about 18 IFVs. 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks, plus air support and some other bits and bobs. I can't change their spacing, but they'd be a lot further spread out than that.
Roger, yeah, so if you... Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think we can adjust that. Anyway, to adjust that would be able to make them all individual, and then it gets a real pain in the arse at that point. So we just probably have to accept that.
Is that why when I pick one up, it drags the whole lot?
Yeah, or at least if you pick the front man up, the leader of the unit, it will drag them all. Now, I'm just going to have a look here to see if there's any...
If I move one of the tanks, I can't place it. It just snaps back to its...
Yeah, it is, because it's all based on the leader of the group. Add set option. No, there's no change of the formation, so that is static as far as I'm aware. It's going to be whatever that is. Well, I'll tell you, it's 130 feet between units. Yeah, can't do much about that one.
No, I mean, if they're in convoy, not being shot at, they'd probably follow that, but then they'd split up and break off.
Cool. Okay, well, can you, at your end, either add the units that you want to add for the push for day 20, or if you can't add them on here, then write a list of, which group goes where and which group consists of what, and then we'll use that. And then we're going to need a bit of counter-attack from the reds as well, or at least something to defend. So we'll need some idea of what units we'd want on the red. As well, in defence, artillery, whatever.
Okay.
And the reds will also look at destroying those bridges as well.
The bridges would probably be aerial. It's far easier.
Yeah, definitely.
What units do you want me to come up with for you?
So I figure one. I don't know the word, so I'm going to say one group to kind of. Do you see a place called Zeni? Zeni, Z-E-N-I.
I've just zoomed out. Whereabouts?
It's just Bullseye and then left and down a bit, down the river.
TSVANE.
No, Z-E-N-I, Zeni. I can't think where you're looking. So if you go to Bullseye and you go left for 4 miles and then down 1 mile.
Oh yeah, I've got it. Yep.
So there's a bridge just south of that. We can use that as one of the ingress bridges. Then if we go back to Bullseye and we go, whoops, and we go, if I can get my measuring tool, up 3.5 miles, right 2 miles. There's another big bridge there. We can use that as the north ingress. Yeah, so the distance between those bridges is 8 miles, about 15 clicks or something like that. So I reckon that will be okay. And then we can make the kind of two-pronged armoured push. We'll defend those bridges against the Reds' air attack. And once those push through, then we're going to have armour on the red side, obviously, to fight against. So I was going to do that. Just going to do time of day. $6:47. Done the wind. Save. Right, gentlemen. So for actual day 18 for tomorrow, I don't think there's anything else to change. It's very localized missions. There's not a vast amount to change really.
That's good actually.
So I'm going to save that up. I'm going to exit that. Oh, I was just going to get a picture. That was all I was going to do quickly. So let's just run that through. No, I can't get a picture because it's going to be night time. Scratch it. We'll leave the pictures. So save for changes. Yes. Exit. Right, chaps. I'm pretty okay done there for day 18. I'm going to head off. You let me know anything you need, Fish, and you don't need anything, do you, Onslaught?
Yeah, nothing much. I'll just clean up a bit on the sheet and should be done. Should be fine.
All right.
Oh yeah, the picture with the name of the face.
Roger. I've done a new picture, so I will copy that now. Stand by. Ping. Drag. Can't drag that in. Insert. Image. Image of the cells. Choose image.
So what I'll do, I'll knock up 2 columns for red and blue.
Yep.
Just so you can see what I reckon they would probably look like. Do you want armour or sort of mechanised infantry?
A bit of, why not a bit of both? I don't mind. I can work with either, basically. I can work with either.
Okay, what I'll do, I'll put them on this map on the MIS file that you sent to me.
Roger. Can you save that as day 20 at your end so it doesn't get confused?
No worries. Yeah, I'll bung that over to you a bit later on.
Cool. All right, boys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later.
Cheers, chaps. See you later.